but he's a former first-round pick, and he ended the year amazingly. Like the end of the season where he was going crazy, I think he was like even outperforming Jonathan Taylor. I think there's a lot of upside there that we haven't necessarily been able to see capitalized on yet.
I really think Penny is definitely, like you said, one of the biggest unknowns. And now we go to Seattle. Rashaad Penny, we mentioned it a couple times on some of the older pods, but he's a free agent. Now, I was wrong before earlier. Apparently, Seattle does have some cap space to work with, so they can bring him back. So, do you think he stays, or do you think he goes elsewhere?
And Rashaad Penny might be the hardest one because the guy has just struggled with injuries throughout his whole career. And so we never really got to see what he could do. And when we did, I mean, Seattle, like they just weren't the best run attack. They've never had a great offensive line throughout Russell Wilson's pretty much entire career. And that includes, the whole time Rashaad Penny's been there. But he's a former first-round pick, and he ended the year amazingly. Like the end of the season where he was going crazy, I think he was like even outperforming Jonathan Taylor. So he had a monster end of the season, but it's tough. I don't know like how much money he's going to want. I don't know how much money he can get. But I think Seattle has enough cap space, and you're kind of at a point where I don't know how you utilize that cap space. So I don't know. I personally, just my opinion, I wouldn't bring him back because I think he's going to command a cap figure that might not prove beneficial to you long term because they already don't have a lot of flexibility when it comes to a lack of draft picks. Russell Wilson might want to leave. Like, you don't have the most talent. I think you can utilize that money better than at the running back spot. I think you can draft a running back in like the fifth, fourth round. You still have Chris Carson on your roster, and although he's coming back from injury, he's still there. So that's just personally what I would do. But I could see some other teams, like we've mentioned already, the Chargers, the Rams, maybe the Bills, the Dolphins, like pretty much any of the Arizona, any of the teams that we've mentioned, they could potentially take a swing on him because I think there is a lot of upside there that we haven't necessarily been able to see capitalized on yet. So it'll be interesting to see. I think he's the biggest wild card option because I could also totally see Seattle re-signing him.
Yeah. Wouldn't shock me, by the way. I'm not sure exactly how this works with the cap. If they just franchise tag him, say, let's just
that'd be a smart move.
Let's just both sides. We'll give this one more year. We get paid, top 5 running back money for a year. If you do well, then we'll extend you, or even if you do well, you can go elsewhere and you'll have a little bit more on your resume, but also you'll already be familiar in our system, so you'll probably be set up better for success. And then, like you mentioned, maybe it entices Russell Wilson more. Hey, look, Russ, we're bringing back Penny. You saw what we did at the end of the season. He was great for our run game. Now, if we can expand that into our offense, maybe give it more of a go this year with a healthy Jamal Adams. And however they revamp the rest of the team, like let's give it one more shot, and then if it fails, we'll just you can go elsewhere. Penny will leave, and we'll figure it out from there. So, but yeah, I really think Penny is definitely, like you said, one of the biggest unknowns in regards to this whole situation. Because, like you said, I haven't heard any reporting, and maybe I should look more into it. Who knows if he's going to garner big money or teams are going to be scared of that injury history. It's which I feel like, knowing the NFL, there's going to be a sucker team that does fall, I think, because he could easily just be healthy for the next 4 years and ball out. But I feel like there will be at least one team that's like, man, let's give him the money. So we'll see what happens with Rashaad Penny, but definitely one of the biggest enigmas of free agency.